Greetings everyone, or should I say season's greetings. So here we are, the final piece of chocolate. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's like a shooting star maybe, or Christmas tree with a star. Anyway, here we go. This is it, our final day in the little mini series of doing drop caps using vowels. And this is the fun one. This is the one that can be a consonant or it can be a vowel. This is Y. And here's the reason, I suppose. We are going to set it up about here. Yeah. So let's zoom on in. We'll move this up just a little bit. And let's go up a little bit more. Yeah, that might be an okay spot. So, I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. And I hope the weather has been treating you all reasonably well. It's been strange where I am. Secretly, although not really that secret, I would prefer not to have snow except for, well, maybe Christmas Eve and a little bit of Christmas Day. And the main reason for that is I try to do a bit of traveling this time of year. So I prefer good travel weather, if at all possible. So right now this looks a little messy. We'll probably clean it up a little bit here. But this one's going to be slightly more traditional. Slightly more traditional. We shall see. Or maybe here. I don't know. We'll find out in a moment. Okay. Yeah. Maybe there instead of there. Okay. Well, let's get to work then, shall we? So, off to one side, of course, I have some ink. Dipping this pen. And it is here that we are going to set up a version of a star. So, do any of you have favorite Christmas songs or holiday related songs that are not really Christmassy, but you just traditionally sing them this time of year, kind of like Jingle Bells. Jingle Bells is not really a Christmas song. We associate it with Christmas, so you don't really hear it all the time. In the winter, of course, not everybody celebrates Christmas either, so. Now let's see, what am I going to do with all of this here? decided that I'm going to make a little sheep here. It's funny, sheep are unusual animals. You can grow them for food, I suppose, and you can grow them for their wool. So they're pretty neat animals. Suppose I should have thought about that one a little bit more too, before I just spontaneously drew that. But that's fun anyway. Oh, and up here I could have done like I guess I could do it there. A shepherd's yoke or staff. Kind of like a crook, maybe some might call it. Anyway. More things that I should have thought about. That is okay. So the object of this kind of staff for a shepherd to have would be to hook the legs of the animal, kind of to control where they go and that sort of thing. Now, I'm not sure if they would have gone out of their way to look for a very specific type of wood, or if they would have tried steaming and bending the wood to get that hook in it. I'm not really sure. More things to research if I really want to know the answers to that. And I do. I mean, I like to find out about things. But I just mean for sake of letting some of you know, but chances are if you're on YouTube, you have the internet and you could just look it up. That sounds rather mean the way I said that. I don't mean to sound mean. That's funny. Just Google it. Google it, folks. Let's put a little bit more of a hook in that. But I think we'll get the idea of it here. So as I said, I'm not really a big fan of the snow for travel. I do enjoy seeing snow. And you can have fun in snow too, so that's also good. When you're driving on the highway and all of a sudden your vehicle spins around and you are moving the same direction that you once were going, but only backwards, it's a little unnerving. So I'm not a fan of that. By the way, I don't want anyone to be scared of driving in the wintertime. Okay. I think think I have this kind of where I want it to be. So, a quick little bit of rambling on about drop caps. They are quite useful for helping to tell stories, but sometimes they're just a bold letter. So it's not always necessary to do this sort of creative version of one. You could use the exact same font if you wanted to. Just bold and larger than the rest of the text. Okay. That seems easy enough. So over on this side, we're going to write something else. I'm trying to recall. So if you've watched the Charlie Brown Christmas and you run into Linus, the fellow with the blanket, talking about what's Christmas all about. So that's sort of the inspiration of this. Oops, let me move that over a little bit. We'll see if we can zoom in a little bit too. Oops. Take another dip into the ink. Make that a little more bold. And we'll do the same here. And it is... Of course, I will read this out loud once I finish printing this. And it says, "And this shall be a sign unto you. You shall find the babe wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in a manger." Luke 2:12. That would be King James Version. So here we are, it's Christmas Eve, and we are finishing up our drop cap adventures. Just about done here. I suppose we could have a few more embellishments of things along the way. So it's not exactly the way I started it off to be. Not bad. So, the other thing I was going to mention about drop caps is that it doesn't have to be at the beginning of a paragraph or sentence. You can kind of put it where you want to put emphasis on things. Now, do I want to add any color to that or just leave it alone? I could probably just leave it alone. All right, well, we zoom out. I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas, and thanks for hanging out. And hopefully we'll get to see you again at some point in the near future.